Quality kitchen and bath cabinets, aristocrat cabinetry. At Drexel Interiors, we work with you every step of the way to make your dream kitchen a reality. From design to ordering and delivery to custom installation, we'll see that your new kitchen meets your expectations. Trust Aristocrat to bring great cabinetry to every room in your home. Contact Drexel Interiors today. Whatever the room, whatever the lifestyle, Aristocrat Cabinetry has what you're looking for at a price you can afford. Remodel your home with Drexel Interiors.
The reason that city lot was so cheap was because it's impossible to build on bad soil. You can't put any house on that lot. The ground is too soft. It'd cost a fortune to engineer a basement that won't sink.
Our beautiful lake house is starting to sink, but the size and cost of those big piling machines is just impossible.
For 45 years, one company's Commercial Soils Innovations now makes impossible residential soil conditions possible and affordable. Wisconsin Caisson and Piling, 252-3470. Welcome back to our Home Imaginators studios and Tom Hignite.
Now, before we go on our field trip to our ultimate great room, we're taking a quick detour to our Imaginators workshop to see some creative wall ideas. Hey, Dave.
Tom.
What are you working on?
Well, we're just taking some temperature readings on some different wall systems here.
Like perhaps this wall system here?
Well, this one we didn't take the temperature reading on. We know this one's so good we don't have to take a temperature reading on it.
All right, well, let's see what this one is. What are we looking at?
Tom, this is a high-performance wall system. This is the wall system that we used in our own house that was a national award winner.
Well, you've got some other wall systems back here.
Yeah, let's take a look at a couple of the others first.
This one's a pretty neat one. It's got a very thick wall. It's supposed to stand up like this if it was a wall, though, right? What's the ice box now? Explain that.
You've got some dry ice in there, and what we're trying to do is to show how moisture can affect wall systems.
So the ice is coming up. This is the outside of the house.
That's right.
This is the inside of the house where we live.
And because this is an insulation, a very good insulation, this keeps the cavity warm. And by keeping a cavity warm, you have less chance of condensation.
So if I reach my hand inside here, it's a little cooler, but not a whole lot cooler. Now let's see what happens if we rip off this vapor barrier. By the way,
it's a vapor retarder. It's not a barrier.
Why? Because it's not perfect. It has holes in it, as you can see right here.
You'd have to have stainless steel to have something perfect.
So this is right underneath the drywall. And the next thing that comes is insulation. Now this is fiberglass insulation. It can be itchy, so you don't want to necessarily touch it with your hands, but we'll do it. Now, the cold that's coming out through there is on here, and you can barely feel a little bit of moisture, but not much. It's almost non-existent on the moisture factor. But we have a nail sticking through here. What's the nail sticking through for?
In this particular case, we've got a nail that is a siding nail that has come through and missed the stud.
It's already starting to rust. Now, this sample was just made, and it's got water all over it.
This is where the condensation will form. If this was a wood sheathing, you can start to cause rot right around that nail.
I've got the next one on the line here. This is a step up. Now we're using 2x6s in the wall construction here. The other one we use 2x4s. Can you give me a quick reasoning why we'd want to use one or the other?
Well, the common knowledge is that because you have a greater thickness, you can put more insulation in it.
Sure, make it that big, we could get it really insulated.
The problem is that more isn't always the best thing to do, because the more insulation you put in that wall, the colder it's going to be at the back of the sheathing.
And that's where the water's forming.
And that's where you get the cold temperatures can allow for condensation.
All right, well, let's pull back this vapor barrier. It's a much heavier insulation, so this is stopping more heat from coming from the room to get into the back of here.
Which makes it colder on the sheet.
Colder on this. Oh my goodness. It's frozen onto it. We actually have, now this is a different type of product. What is this on the outside of this wall?
Well, it's a thin insulated sheathing, but obviously it is not enough.
Oh boy, I guess not. So what we have here is a very furry, this is polyurethane type insulation, about a 1/2 inch thick. And we have a house wrap on the outside of it. So the house wrap isn't stopping this from happening.
No, the house wrap will not stop freezing from if the temperature is cold enough on the back.
Oh, this is
in construction.
See a lot of this.
Yeah.
Now people think this is a really good quality way to build. It's solid wood here instead of foam. It's got some house wrap. It's got about an R21 in here. Big 2x6 wall. we pull this off. Let's take a look at what we've got below the vapor retarder. Pull out the insulation. Oh, goodness.
And again, it's frozen and you have frost. Now, the whole thing about wall construction is not how strong you build it to begin with, but how long is it going to last and how healthy is it going to be. This wall is the best of all worlds. This is a residential version of a cold storage wall. You've got the 1.5 inch of styrofoam on the outside, and you've got the spray urethane on the interior, making it extremely strong. Now you've taken away almost all of the possibility of condensation forming because the temperature here will be about the same temperature as the inside of the house.
No fiberglass insulation at all.
Nope, and it's a strong wall.
Creative science, creative solution. Very good, very good. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
Stay tuned as we take a visit to Tom's ultimate great room design coming up next. Tom Hignite's Home Imaginators special presentation is brought to you by Miracle Homes, Wisconsin's most amazing homes. HFR Electric, honest, fast, and reliable, serving southeast Wisconsin's residential, commercial, and private electrical needs since 1943. Kohler, experience the bold look of Kohler. Experience gracious living at Kohler.com. Hallmark Building Supplies, for 33 years supplying the creativity of DuPont surfaces. And by Builders Insulation, serving the residential, multifamily, and light commercial Wisconsin community for over 50 years.
At HFR Electric, we've been wiring residential and commercial buildings since 1993. At HFR Electric, we are proud to say that we always complete your residential or commercial project on time. We handle all of your needs from trenching to bucket truck service. HFR Electric always has the most competitive price. From affordable prices to reliable workmanship, the question has to be asked, shouldn't you be using HFR Electric? HFR Electric, honest, fast, and reliable. Call 262-644-6940.
Experience the bold look of Kohler at a premier Kohler showroom. Find your perfect match. Find yourself in Corian.
Builders Insulation is a full-service contractor specializing in insulation for both new and existing residential, multifamily, and light commercial properties. Builders Insulation offers two exceptional products in formaldehyde-free fiberglass insulation, naturally white and odor-free, and closed-cell spray polyurethane foam insulation, providing unequaled thermal protection, superior comfort, and reduces energy usage. Builders Insulation has been servicing the community for over 50 years. Call Builders Insulation for a free consultation and estimate.